Winning is bicycling from New Mexico to Colorado, and that ain't bad for a grandmother.
Winning is being happy with what you've done. It's being satisfied with yourself. Whether I'm skiing or playing tennis or giving a sermon, if I'm doing my best, it doesn't matter if somebody else can do it better.
Winning is, oh, I don't know.
Winning is making over $1 million, and that's not bad for an old sheep herder from Bernalillo.
Winning.
Winning is being appreciated for what I do. Be it cooking, or writing, or dancing, or just being a wife and mother.
Winning is being called the Picasso of the American Indian artist by the New York Times, and that's me.
Winning is thinking you won. Is that right?
Winning is losing 77 pounds in 4 months. And I can't believe it's all me. Ta-da!
My wife would say that winning is the Equal Rights Amendment.
It's better than losing.
There seems to be a profoundly simple formula for winning that has survived since the beginning of recorded time. Conceive, believe, achieve. Another way, visualize, internalize equals realize. Or another way, imagination plus simulation equals realization. This simple formula can be broken down into 5 basic components. Winners deserve to win. Self-esteem. Winners desire to win. Motivation. Winners dream of winning. They set goals. Winners have discipline. They practice the skills relentlessly. And winners have dimension, which is perspective. You know, that first quality of winning is so important. The quality of self-esteem, deserving to win. There never was a winner who didn't feel that he or she deserved to win. It's not really pride in what you've done or what you have. It's a deep down inside the skin feeling of your own worth.
Only a pig could live in this sty.
I swear, if your head were attached, you'd lose it.
You're just like your father.
When I was your age,
I never saw such an uncoordinated kid.
You're going to put me in my grave. Send me to the booby hatch.
Never gonna amount to anything.
I don't know what I ever saw in you.
You just wait till the army gets a hold of you, young man. They'll make a man out of you.
You'll toe the mark.
Keep in step.
You'll learn how to get up and go to bed.
After all we've done for you.
And that's the way it is with self-esteem. It's either like a prickly weed or a flower that you take from childhood and grow into adulthood. When you grow up, if you don't have those high feelings of self-worth, it's very difficult for you to accept value paid. The ability to accept a compliment is one of the best ways to spot a winner or a loser. And I'll show you the way it goes. Your dad comes over for a glass of scotch. Hi, Dad. How about some Chivas Regal? Don't waste your good scotch on me, son. Oh, I forgot it was old you. Here's some rot gut for you, Dad. No, I didn't mean that. I meant don't go to any trouble for old me. Can you imagine a professional golfer on the tour, one of the top money winners, when you say, wow, what a great shot, saying, just lucky, I guess, I closed my eyes and swung. Can you imagine an astronaut saying, when you said, gee, you went to the moon, can you imagine him saying, who would think you could go 500,000 miles up and back in something built by the lowest bidder?
Houston, this Neil, radio check. Neil, this is Houston.
Winners use encouraging self-talk every day. Every winner I've ever met accepts value paid by saying, thank you. The reason self-esteem is so important is that it leads to an overall feeling of self-expectancy. of positive self-expectancy, which is psychosomatic, a powerful self-fulfilling prophecy. You usually get what you expect because you have high feelings of deservedness and self-worth, so you expect the best to happen. You know, you really do get what you expect in life, generally speaking. Even ill health, ulcers are not what you ate, it's what's eating you.
My family always gets the flu in July. Always.
And they always do get the summer flu.
I always get a migraine at 4. What time is it?
Here it comes. There it is. And I need a drink for it, too.
3:30.
You always move toward your currently dominant thought every minute of every day. You see, you can't move away from what you're thinking. You move toward your fears just as if they were your goals. You can't dwell on the reverse of an idea. I'll never forget the great example in a World Series baseball game in the 1950s. Warren Spahn, the great Milwaukee Braves pitcher on the mound, facing Elston Howard, the great power-hitting catcher for the New York Yankees. As Warren Spahn faced the situation, filled with tension, motivated like a winner, the manager came out from the dugout. This actually happened, and he said to Warren Spahn, who was ready to pitch in this tight situation, "Don't give him a high outside pitch. He'll knock it out of the park." As hard as Warren Spahn tried to dwell on the reverse of high and outside, he couldn't. The next pitch, high and outside, over the fence for a home run. Nearly lost the World Series until Eddie Matthews came in and saved the game. Warren Spahn to this day says, "Why would anyone ever motivate anyone by the reverse of an idea?" Winners move in the direction of the rewards of success instead of the penalties of failure. It's not possible to dwell on the reverse of an idea. You don't want to motivate anyone by saying, "Firings will continue until morale improves." If you're going to motivate your children, your employees, your friends, and yourself, tell yourself what you want and move yourself in the direction of your currently dominant thoughts and make those thoughts winning thoughts.
As a child, I grew up on the Ute and Navajo reservations, and at that time, my goals were survival. We spend 90% of our time hunting for food and hunting for water. I was quite curious about the inner workings of the rainbow and other natural phenomena. And as a physicist, I have been able to understand how the rainbow works, for example, and I'm presently trying to understand how we can use laser fusion to provide energy, to use laser fusion as an energy resource in the next century.
You know, the marvelous thing about the ability to set goals is that they do have to be specific. You do have to have clearly in mind what you want. You see, the mind is the most magnificent biocomputer ever created. It doesn't relate to getting through the day or being happy or wishy-washy ideas. You got to have the facts. You got to have them internalized. $3,000 a month income, a blue Ferrari, a trip to Hawaii. When, where, how are you going to get there? You've got to have the goals, but they have to be internalized. And that's the key to winning, the internalization of goals, which is known as simulation or self-discipline. And perhaps more than any other characteristic of a winner, the ability to practice within when you're without is the key to winning. One of the best examples I've ever known is when I studied our returning Vietnam prisoners of war coming back home. And the most profound of all examples of the ability to self-discipline within is an Air Force colonel. 7 years in prison, 5.5 years in solitary confinement. Nothing to do but think. What do? he decided to replay his most fun and exciting activity, golf. You see, he was a 4 handicapper. And since he had nothing to do, he played a round of golf in his imagination every day for 5 years. He hit every stroke, every shot. He chipped on the green. He looked down to make sure that it broke toward the ocean. And he putted down 365 days a year for 5 years. When he was released 1 week after he came back, he played in a PGA Open and incredibly shot a 76 right onto his 4 handicap. The news media came up and said, "Wow, how do you account for your beginner's re-entry luck?" He said, "Luck? Are you kidding? I never 3-putted a green in all my 5.5 years." The imagination is the most powerful tool of all. And you see, winners realize that in your imagination, you never miss. Just as our returning prisoners of war provided us with a dramatic demonstration of simulation, of doing within when we're without, so also did our astronauts going to the moon. I had the good fortune of being able to study our Apollo moon astronauts preparing for the moon flight. Like little boys playing Let's Pretend, they bobbed around in life rafts, experiencing weightlessness in advance, as if they were already in outer space. They flew the Lunar Excursion Module up and down off the desert as if it were the surface of the moon, again and again, day after day, week after week, year after year, until finally
1,400 feet, still looking very good. Roger, 1202, we copy it. 35 degrees. 30.5 down. They're pegged on horizontal velocity. 300 feet down, 3.5. 47 forward. Put up. On 1.5 down.
Neil Armstrong, after 300 near-perfect simulations, put the first step for mankind on the moon.
I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That's one small step for a man, and one giant leap for mankind. But he also radioed back, just like drill. My own experience as a pilot tells me this. It was my experience in the simulator, again and again, the link trainer for me, the simulator for you, that led to winning by reflex. That took me from the trainer into a high-performance jet precision maneuver, winning by simulation in advance. It's automatic. Every salesman closes the sale in advance. Every hostess plans the party in advance. Each of us has the synthetic experience of winning, and it becomes a habit. The winners in life have a persistence. They hang in there. They turn failures into opportunities. They simulate winning. success upon success. Winning is a blind and deaf girl who devoted her life to the less fortunate, Helen Keller. Winning is the high school boy that failed his college entrance examinations and went on to develop the theory of relativity, Albert Einstein. Winning is the little black girl, polio, scarlet fever, didn't walk till she was 12. Three gold medals, the fastest woman in the world, 1960 Olympics, Wilma Rudolph. Winning is persistence. Failing in business, nervous breakdown, lost your sweetheart, failed in public office 8 times, Abraham Lincoln. You see, winners believe they deserve to win. That's first. The deep down inside the skin feeling of self-esteem. That's number one. Next, the winners feel that they desire to win because they see the abundance, they feel they deserve it, and they desire it. They realize they move toward their currently dominant thought every minute of every day. That's desire. They don't move away from what they're afraid of. They move toward where they're going. And so they have a dream. Winners dream. They dream about their goals. They dream specifically with words, pictures, and emotions. And they have the discipline to do within when they're without. That relentless ability to practice winning as if they had already done it. But I can think in history of one man who had all of these 4 qualities put together into his own formula before he was only 21 years old. He thought he deserved to win. He had a great feeling of his own worth. He had the great desire, the passion to win, the great motivation toward his currently dominant thought. And oh, what dreams he had. He used to dream about the world as being his oyster. And he had the discipline, that ability to simulate and to imagine. But he was the biggest loser in history. He did things at the expense of others rather than for their benefit. He was unable to relate to the world around him in a positive way. He lacked that 5th important quality, the most important of all. He lacked dimension, perspective, the ability to plant a shade tree under which you know you'll never sit, the ability to practice the double win. If you win, I win. This man perpetuated the myth of Aryan supremacy that was single-handedly destroyed by this man. Self-dimension. That's what winning is all about. Fitting into the big picture of life. Don't live on that world of someday I'll, safely procrastinated, wishy-washy. Someday I'll spend time with my family. Someday I'll never comes. Winners profit from the past and guard their memories there. They set their goals just out of reach, not too far out of sight, but just out of reach to pull them where they want to go. And they live in the only moment of time over which you and I have any control, the now, and it's gone. The now, and it's history. And you're a winner when the people that you meet can say to you with honesty, you know, I like me best when I'm with you. You have a choice in life. Choose to win.